Okay, I'm James Streetman, and I'm the board chair of Mesa Lands Community College. And the people in attendance for this night's meeting will be myself, Teresa Stevens, Jimmy Sandoval. That's the board. Ms. Liz Estrada and Mr. Craig Carell will be absent. Ms. Natalie Gillard, Ms. Amanda Hammer, Mr. Josh McVeigh, and Ms. Connie Chavez for the college. And that being said, let's start over with a roll. With a roll call, Connie.
Mr. Streetman?
Here.
Ms. Stevenson?
Here.
Mr. Sandoval?
Here.
Okay, a while ago we agreed we didn't need an executive session, so let's strike the executive session, which will be item 8A, and we won't need item 9 also. So that being said, do I have a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
So moved. Teresa Stevenson.
Jimmy, second.
And a roll call, please.
Mr. Sandoval?
Yes.
Ms. Stevenson?
Yes.
Mr. Streetman?
Yes. Okay, comments from the public. And Connie, I think you said that we had no comments from the public on this agenda, correct?
Correct, sir.
Okay, let's move on with Mesa Land Moments. And I'm sorry, Natalie, we'll start over with you. You'll turn your microphone on, please.
Couldn't hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I am pleased to report that this year the college will be hosting a virtual graduation. That is, well, right now we have a team working on the virtual graduation. It's led by Larry Wickham and Josh McVeigh, and it will be streamed live via YouTube on May 30th at 4 p.m. So
Okay.
if you would like to be a part of this celebration, please contact Larry Wickham.
Okay. Okay, do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda, which is basically the minutes from the last board meeting?
So moved. Teresa Stevenson.
Second. Jimmy.
A roll call, please.
Mr. Sandoval?
Yes.
Ms. Stevenson?
Yes.
Mr. Streetman?
Yes. I don't really have anything to report tonight. Let's go on with the item 7 reports. Ms. Gillard.
Okay, if you will turn to exhibits 3 and 4, you will find 2 reopening plans. One for the state higher education institutions, and then the second for the college's reopening plan. So in exhibit 3, you'll see that this is the New Mexico Higher Education Department's reopening campuses plan. This plan was put together with input from all the college presidents by Dr. Catherine Winograd, who is currently serving as the acting Secretary of Higher Education. This plan is, I think, very complete, thorough. It's flexible as well. So rather than reinvent the wheel, Dr. Kennedy, Amanda, and myself got together, and from this plan then developed our campus plan that we would like to present to you tonight to the board for approval. So the college's reopening campus plan is in exhibit 4. And if you look at the phases, the nice diagram there.
Natalie, can I stop you for a minute, please?
Yes.
We've lost Teresa. We've got to try to get her back.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Everything okay there in your, Miss Stevenson?
Yes, I dropped my mouse and shut it down somehow. It's okay now.
Okay, Natalie, let's start over on the higher education campus reopening. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Exhibit 3 is the New Mexico Higher Education Department reopening campuses plan that was put together with the input of the college presidents and Dr. Actually, she wrote this plan, Dr. Catherine Winograd, who is serving as the acting Secretary of Higher Education. The plan, in my opinion, and I believe Dr. Kennedy's and Amanda's as well, is a very thorough plan that we could easily use as a model and or adapt for our own reopening campus plan, and that's what we've done. So if you compare the college's reopening plan on, which is Exhibit 4, you'll see some commonalities between the two. We did not reinvent the wheel because this wheel works pretty well, in our opinion. So I'm presenting this to the board tonight, asking for approval and knowing that this plan has to be flexible because we're operating in an environment with many unknowns. So one thing I do want to point out are the phases, which you can find on Mesa Land's plan on page 3. There are 3 phases shown there, and those phases are distinguished by date. So currently we are in phase 1 with the time frame of May 15th through June. And it goes all the way, and then phase 2 begins July, August, if all goes according to plan. And then phase 3 is August to an unknown time, primarily development of the vaccine. And then on pages 4 through 7, again, you'll see activities broken up by phase and what can or should take place within those activities. So I would just like to ask the board, do you have any questions or feedback you want to provide on the plan?
Teresa?
I looked it over and it looked okay to me.
Jimmy?
There's still so much to consider, so.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can be in one phase and you may have to shift back to another phase. So
Mhm.
it's the best we have with what we know currently.
Jimmy?
I thought it was very good.
Okay, well, thank
We
you.
covered all the bases.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve this?
So moved.
A second?
Teresa Stevenson, second.
Okay, for clarification, that was Jimmy Sandoval that moved the motion. Connie, roll call?
Ms. Stevenson,
Yes.
Mr. Streetman,
Yes.
Mr. Sandoval.
Yes.
Okay, Natalie?
Okay, the next item is rodeo truck purchase request. Which is can be found in exhibits 5 through 6. So the background is a rodeo team or coach are in need of a rodeo truck that can be used to haul our livestock, and it needs to be a truck that's capable of pulling such a large trailer. So our rodeo coach contacted Hillary Chevrolet in Moriarty, New Mexico, and asked them for a bid. And so that's what you see in Exhibit 5. And if you turn to the second page of Exhibit 5, you'll see the price listed for a 3,500, the 2021 Chevrolet Silverado 3,500 four-wheel drive, just a little over $46,600. And I do want to point out, after discussing with Amanda, this is the state contract rate. State contract being defined as CES. So this is the best rate that the college can get through CES. So Amanda, if you want to add anything, feel free to.
So part of why we're requesting this right now is because last year we had an increase in our appropriation for intercollegiate athletics. And then because of the virus, so many of the rodeos were canceled. So we saved a lot of money from the travel. We won't be going to CNFR or anything. And currently we're having to pay somebody to haul livestock for us. And our current one that was doing it is a student that is officially done here at Mesa Lands. So he's not going to come to do it for us anymore. And so Matt would have to find somebody new. Matt's pickup is not big enough to haul a trailer full of bulls. And sometimes he's had to use professional livestock haulers as well to haul in the stuff. And we feel like this money is appropriated to the intercollegiate athletics funds. And maybe this is the time to actually spend those funds and get the truck that we've been talking about for several years. He did get, the one quote for the brand new pickup. He also had 2 quotes for used vehicles, and they were both for 2017s, but they were for the exact same price, which is that $38,500, which is Exhibit 6. So we actually got a total of 3 quotes for this. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, clarification, please. This is a quote on the state contract, right?
It is a CES. It's not state. The state probably has, the General Services Department probably has a little bit different. Like, for example, the van that we are supposed to be purchasing is through the General Services Department contract. This one is specifically through Cooperative Education Services. They have gone out and done the bidding for us. Or they have gone out and done enough bidding to say that this vehicle is sufficient at this price.
And we're comfortable that we have the money for this at this point through
Yes, sir. Yes.
So we're not going to
Before
be
June
in the
30th.
Yeah, before June 30th. Okay.
Yes. If
Any more
we
questions?
don't purchase it, the money would stay in the athletics fund balance. I do want to clarify that.
It can still be used at a later date and we won't use it. Or we
Correct.
won't lose it.
Correct.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions?
Yes, I'm looking at the letter and I don't see that it's 35 or what is it? 38,500.
That is the Exhibit 6, Ms. Stevenson. It's a little bit different format, and it says Doug Gray at the top left.
Oh, okay. I did see that. Okay, I thought that was the one that you said it was a different bid. Okay,
And
that
so,
is for the one that we're looking at.
well, it's 2 separate quotes. And then this one also has another vehicle for the exact same price of that $38,500. It is also a 2017. Also, we currently pay Matt Hughes to drive his personal truck back and forth between the arena and out there where the new arena is going to be, when he has to run to Dickinson's. And we're paying all of that mileage where we could just be paying it in fuel on this vehicle as well.
I understand.
Okay, this is a 2020 or 2021?
The brand new one, it says, is a 2021.
Yeah, I saw that on the very first page. But then as I got over into it, it looks like everything says it's a Fleet 2020.
Uh-huh.
That's the reason I was
See,
asking.
that's why I'm confused.
I believe. I do not know that answer.
Nor
What
do
we were
I.
What we were supposed to be able to go off of is like their letterhead quote. I'll text Matt right this second and ask him what it is.
And then also, you probably already noted this, but if you look at the Doug Gray bid, the miles on that 2017 Ram truck are 79,142 as compared to a brand new one, with the price not being much less than the brand new vehicle through Tillery.
Yeah, about $8,000 difference. And when you start talking 3 years and 8,000, that's not, it really doesn't quite equate.
Right.
I'm really hesitant on buying something with a lot of miles on it because of the fact I don't want students sitting out here alongside the road in 100-degree weather or sitting out here alongside the road with it 0 degrees. Either one of them is not a good, I don't think we look very good with something like that going on. Now, it can happen with a new vehicle, and I understand it, but at least that would have some kind of warranty on it, and we wouldn't be out a lot of money.
Right.
The second 2017 Ram from Doug Gray actually has even more mileage on it.
Okay. Now, I think personally, I can't speak for the others, but the Doug Gray thing, as far as I'm concerned, is out of the picture. I think we need to be looking at this state
A new one.
bid, the new one, and did you find out which year it is, Amanda?
He says, well, we would have to order it, so I guess we could get a 21. However, I don't think we would be able to order it and have it by June 30th. I think it would have to be something they have on stock to have it here by June 30th.
Well, I'm not sure that you're going to get a work truck like this in stock necessarily without ordering it. And when you look at it, I was looking at the quote worksheet, which is page 3, and that right there says it's a 2021 model.
Sure
Yeah.
does. It was just a typo, probably.
Yeah, I would say I really wasn't.
If this is the case though, and we're not going to have it by June 30th, then we would be looking at next year's budget. If we want to use it on this year's budgets, we would have to go one of the used vehicles.
Why? Why would we have to?
Because you
If the
have to
money-
receive the items by the end of the fiscal year.
But does this say we wouldn't receive it by the end of the fiscal year?
He's saying that if they have to order it, I'm pretty positive, seeing how it's been a year and I still don't have the 15 passenger van, that we would not have it in 6 weeks.
Well, what we're asking for at this point is, we don't have a purchase requisition in place. We're just asking the board to allow for the purchase of a rodeo truck and to let Amanda and or Matt seek additional quotes for such a pickup.
If we go off of the CES we don't have to have additional quotes because that's one of the benefits of being a member of CES.
But you said the money would carry over into next year.
It would have to come, we would have to possibly have to do it out of our fund balance by the end of the year.
Which
And
is
that would
June the
be
30th.
specifically out of the rodeo fund balance.
Yeah, which is the June 30th of this year. So basically, you're talking a month and a few days.
No, I'm saying if we don't get it done by June 30th, that money rolls over into our fund balance. And then how we do the bars, we could bar it out of fund balance into operating to use it if we're going to be short on next year's budget.
So we could borrow out of it to use it in July or August or September of next year,
Yes, sir.
which is basically 2020 this year.
Mhm.
Then,
So we could,
there's no way you're going to get that truck here in less than 60 days, I don't think.
I don't think so either.
So I really think what we need to do, I'd like to have the rest of our board kind of in on this too. Let's
Okay.
just table this till the June meeting, and we'll get something resolved then. I'm more comfortable with it knowing that we have the money for it. But let's table it to the June meeting.
Okay.
And
Okay,
I
do I have a motion that we table this to the June meeting? Do I have a motion that we table this item to the June meeting?
Teresa Stevenson, yes, so moved.
Second, Jimmy.
Roll call?
Mr. Streetman,
Yes.
Ms. Stevenson,
Yes,
Mr. Sandoval.
Yes.
Okay, academic affairs, Natalie?
I don't have anything specific at this time for academic affairs. Other
Okay.
than to say the semester ended May 8th. So that's all for now.
Okay. Student affairs, Dr. Kennedy.
Just an update for the board. Because of the virus, we did not get to do an early enrollment for summer or fall. So student affairs plus volunteers from campus, and that's Alice Johnson, Greg Howard, and Lonnie Monahan. We are individually calling every single Mesaland student for fall and spring, and every dual credit student for fall and spring, encouraging them to sign up for summer classes and or fall classes. After we've accomplished those calls, we are going to go into Matt Garcia's recruiting list, which is approximately 1,400 names. And we have been sending postcards, letters, and emails to those students, but we are going to make personal phone calls to them. And we are doing, thanks to Josh and Larry, we are doing Facebook posts, Instagram. We are also using our texting methodology. Larry sent out a text today. And just FYI, we're having a marketing meeting every Tuesday and brainstorming and coming up with ways to recruit students.
Okay. Any comments, Teresa?
that sounds good. I've seen some of the posts that have been sent.
Oh, great.
Jimmy?
It sounds good to me.
Okay.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Kennedy. And I guess with that, we'll go on to administrative affairs, Ms. Amanda Hammer.
Okay. The first on the agenda under Exhibit 7 is actually the New Mexico Higher Education Institutional Finance Division Quarterly Financial Certification Report. This is our document as of March 31st, 2021. And basically, we are certifying that we are current on our payments as far as retirement system, payroll, debt service, and to vendors, and that we have not had to ask for an advance of our state appropriation, and that everything is going well. So I just need an approval, and then we'll have Mr. Streetman sign the document.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve the quarterly financial actions report?
Teresa Stevenson, so moved.
Jimmy, second.
Roll call, Connie?
Mr. Streetman,
Yes.
Mr. Sandoval, Mr. Sandoval,
Yes.
Ms. Stevenson.
Yes.
Okay, next on the agenda is the monthly finance report. This is for April 2020. Our total revenues for the month were $748,776. Our total expenditures were $774,584. So we actually had more expenses for the month in the amount of $25,808. This includes our financial aid second disbursement for the semester. So that is part of that there.
Okay.
Under Exhibit 2, we have the list of the certificate of deposits. We had an increase in our year-to-date earnings from investments by $138.91. Our total for the year-to-date fiscal year is $11,674.87. And then Exhibit 3 is the AP check register, which includes those student disbursements for the month of April. And our total amount there was $401,121.29. Does anyone have any questions?
Teresa, any questions?
No questions.
Jimmy?
No question.
Well, you're in luck. I don't have any tonight.
All right,
It is.
if we can
That
just
being
have
said-
approval.
That being said, do we have a motion?
So move, Jimmy.
Second, Teresa Stevenson.
Roll call, Connie?
Mr. Sandoval,
Yes.
Ms. Stevenson,
Yes.
Mr. Streetman.
Yes. Okay, new business? Natalie?
I do not have new business.
Okay, the correspondence is in the back of the book, and it's basically we have the Board of Trustees 12-month calendar and the annual calendar of reports. Let's see what else is in there.
Let's see.
And the Mesa Lands Community College selected professional development activities for April and May, and that's the extent of our correspondence back there. And information reports also. So that being said, our next board meeting will be June the 16th at 5:30. It may be like this. We might be able to be back on campus in a room spread out 6 foot apart or something. I don't know. We'll just have to play it by ear, folks, and see what's going to happen. Unless anybody has anything else. Teresa?
It's good seeing everyone, even if it's like this.
Okay, Jimmy?
Yeah, everybody take care of themselves.
Dr. Kennedy?
Like Teresa, nice to see everybody, and I hope everybody's safe and happy.
Okay. Amanda?
I am good. Thank you very much.
Natalie?
Yeah, it is good to see the board members and everyone else and know that you're all healthy and safe.